And today was the big day. We finally got the news. There it is. Check it out. It is Kamala Harris. We have this amazing portrait of Kamala. She is having a good old time in this image. This is a meme, by the way. I don't know. People who are just listening can't see it.
But what is that picture from, though, on the bottom right?
I don't know.
Is that like a real image?
I think so, which is kind of creepy. So hold on. So here's what I tweeted. Everyone is saying defund the police, and Biden goes and picks Kamala, and it's a meme image of the thin blue line flag with Kamala's head edited onto like with a cop uniform.
Wait, but was she a cop? I thought she was just
she was like a lawyer. She was
a
AG.
prosecutor.
Right.
Okay.
So the meme from the left is that Kamala is a cop. And there's actually a lot to break down here. So again, Joe Biden picks Kamala Harris. And although this is a joke, you can see her laughing as she arrests a little black girl, and then she's laughing and back in the corner. It's a thin blue line flag. This image is a joke. There's a really good point Cassandra Fairbanks made. She's a conservative writer, journalist. She said Republicans and conservatives should not be attacking Kamala Harris based on law and order, because she was, I don't want to say she was tough on crime. What's the appropriate word? What's like how do you describe someone as wielding an iron fist and crushing the will of the people?
Slave owner?
Despot.
Too
despotic.
Much?
Yeah, despotic. There
Too
you
much?
go. Despotic. She was despotic. Yeah, she was like separating parents from their kids and laughing about it. Mm-hmm. She was arresting people on, pot charges. And then when asked about it, she joked about how her family smoked and her family got mad about it.
Yep.
So yeah. Here's what's funny. The left hates her because she's a cop, and the right hates her because for a lot of reasons. For one, she's trying to adopt a bunch of actually like very far left radical positions, and she's flip-flopped. She has no real positions. They've called her like, I don't know, like what do they call her? A moderate pragmatist?
Never. I haven't heard that.
Yeah. They're like, just recently when Biden announced her, they're like, she's a moderate pragmatist. And now you've got the left and the right agreeing. They're saying things like, if you mean that she's made no real decisions other than floating far left policy and then not committing to it, and like that's moderate, she's doing nothing other than having a horrible track record and trying to make it seem like all the horrifying things she's done in her career are in fact all mistakes. It was a mistake from other people. When she didn't want the DNA tested to free the innocent man from death row, it was
that pisses me off.
Accident. And when her office argued that people parolees should not be eligible because they needed cheap labor to go fight fires, that was all just it's all a mistake. Mm-hmm. And when she was separating, parents from their kids, and then the Democrats complaining about Trump doing it, even though it was happening under the Obama administration, once again, just a big mistake. You know what? Okay, I'll accept all that. Kamala makes too many mistakes. Therefore, she's probably not fit to be, VP.
That's fair.
So we have this story. This is like the big analysis. Biden VP finalist. BP. British Petroleum.
Say Biden?
I said BP.
BP Biden.
BP Biden. Biden VP finalists praise Kamala Harris.
There you go.
Trump campaign jumps at Biden pick as Democrats rally behind the California senator. So here we go. Here's Susan Rice, her statement. I warmly congratulate Senator Kamala Harris. I always pronounce her name wrong. Joe Biden's principled and responsible leadership is what America urgently needs. I'm sorry, I can't even read this. I'm seeing too many posts from progressives and Black Lives Matter people who are like, you've got racist Joe Biden with cop Kamala Harris.
Yep.
So what?
It makes no sense.
They're trying to court the far left. So they went for one of the most detestable people he could have chosen.
Yeah.
That's why people thought he wouldn't really go through with it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Biden at first there.
Oh, well, I mean, he is detestable.
Yes, I know. And racist very openly. And
right, yeah.
Caught many, many, many times throughout his long, long career in government. He needs to be outed.
So here we have...
Oh, gosh.
Wait. I gotta start from... hopefully I didn't spoil it.
Yeah, this is great.
The principled and honorable Mr. Sean King.
No, how dare you?
I
don't even like your sarcasm, Tim. No. Take it back.
All right.
Thank you.
I was going to make the joke because Sean King has this tweet from 2018 where he said, I'll be frank and tell you two Democrats that I am 99% sure I won't be supporting, primarily because of their dismal history on criminal justice reform over the course of their entire careers. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Whoa.
They both helped build and advance mass incarceration.
Pathetic.
Wait, what? Did he actually tweet something that I agree with?
Yep.
Wow.
There's a meme.
Wow.
There's a very funny meme. And it is Joe Biden, and he's grabbing the shoulders of Kamala Harris and smiling, and they're both looking in each other's eyes. And it says Biden Harris, because not enough of you are in prison.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. Well, hold on. Look at it. So we have this tweet from Sean King.
So now, for the record, this was 2 years ago.
This is 2 years ago. I was joking when I said the honorable and principled because of his next tweet from today. That's it for me. I am incredibly proud to see a brilliant black woman and HBCU grad chosen as vice presidential nominee. I've done political work my whole life. It's rarely things dreams are made of. Kamala Harris is the most progressive VP nominee in American history.
Yeah, Sean's done.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I gotta go back. Can I go back? How do I do it? Can you?
Oh yeah.
Go back. She's so progressive by building and advancing mass incarceration. Wow.
You know
well
it.
done, Sean King. Well done.
Sean King is the epitome of
So progressive.
of grifter.
Yes.
And this is a tweet from Death to Tyrants 84 on Twitter. I want to give credit where credit is due. Is the epitome. It's like this dude's opinion changes like every other day. But you know why it works? You know why it works? It works because not everybody sees every post from him, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's very clever. If you started tweeting out things like, Trump is bad, then you started tweeting out things Trump is good, the right will retweet that Trump is good, and the left will retweet that Trump is bad. You'll get both.
Interesting.
I'm kidding. It wouldn't really work that way. But I wonder how it is that this works for Sean King. So now we're gonna play a game. It's called Reading the News.
Fun.
Where we look at the news about Kamala Harris.
Isn't that the same thing we do every night, Tim?
Right. But I mean, like, we're going to go back in time.
Oh, fun.
Join me on a time machine as we go and look at the record of Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah.
And then we throw up in our mouths a little bit. The first thing I have to do, and Lydia highlighted this, I didn't believe it was true. What if I were to tell you that Kamala actually means something in Finnish?
I'm sure it does.
It does. And what do all of you think it means? If I said it meant something like noble, would you believe me?
Nope.
Probably not. How about charming?
I don't know.
I don't know. How about just simply credible?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, you would be correct because what if I told you it meant horrible?
You know what? I think she's a horrible person, so maybe.
Listen, I didn't believe this. I literally
it really does.
It says horrible. Okay, so Lydia posted this on Twitter. I didn't believe it.
I credit it to Twitter itself because I went to the Lincoln Project and they were like, "Oh, we're going to endorse Kamala." They just said the word Kamala and it said translate this word. So I was like, "What the heck?" And then I remembered after I did it because it says translate from Finnish.
And then it said horrible.
The word is horrible.
I did not believe it.
Yes, I know.
I was like, ha ha, funny joke.
Yeah, it's great.
So I pulled up translate.google.com and you go to Finnish, you type in Kamala, and it says horrible and terrible, awful, ghastly, dreadful, abysmal, appalling, shocking. There's a terrific in there. All right. Appalling, chronic, grim, atrocious, infernal.
Well, I mean, if you hold a man that could be proven innocent because of DNA, just because you want your record, whatever she was an attorney at the time or a prosecutor, so she wanted her record to be high. Like, yeah, she's got her prosecution record. Well, he was proven innocent. The court forced you to do it. She is a horrible, infernal woman.
Infernal,
living
man.
up to that
like
name.
like of hell, demonic.
To do that to an innocent person?
Dude, her name literally means horrible. I mean, it's in Finnish.
Yeah.
I wonder if my name means anything in any other language.
We'll have to look it
now
up.
People are going to be like, Tim means like horse crap in Swahili or something.
Well, it does now, Tim. You just did it.
So we got to do this. This is the special Kamala. We're doing a what's the right word I'm thinking of? Like, we're looking at her history and
Like a tribute?
yes, almost.
Yeah, but
Like
she's
a
still alive.
mini deep dive into her horrendous past.
Well, what I was trying to say is like, you know when you go to those award ceremonies and it plays like that Celine Dion song,
Highlight
like,
reel?
Oh, goodness.
yeah, and it shows like all the highlights of their career, and then they give you like a retirement award or something.
Sure.
Congratulations, Kamala. The Kevin Cooper case. In February, California Governor Gavin Newsom ordered new DNA testing in the 1983 murder case of Kevin Cooper. Cooper came within hours of execution in 2004 after being charged with the murders of an adult couple and 2 children. Harris opposed the testing when she was the state's attorney general. She has since said she supports DNA testing and encouraged Newsom to approve Cooper's request. She did not offer specifics on why she did not approve the testing during her tenure. I mean, I have some theories. Perhaps,
Go on.
Perhaps it's because she's just, I don't know, awful. Where there's so many articles, I got to try and figure out which one. There we go. Here it is. The Daily Beast. Kamala Harris's AG office tried to keep inmates locked up for cheap labor. Man, I'm going to say it. That's slavery.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Right. What were you saying about what Kanye said?
Yeah, Kanye made a mistake. Oh, not too, like a little while ago. I can't remember how long ago. He said something about abolishing the 13th Amendment.
Yeah.
And that's what banned slavery. And everybody started going like, oh no, Kanye's unwell. No. Kanye meant we have to basically reform it, because what people don't realize, I think it's the 13th. It's the 13th, right?
I believe so. That
Right.
sounds
It's context. He was talking about a specific line in that 13th Amendment, which was saying, no slavery. You can't force people to work unless.
Exactly.
Right. Well, go ahead. You have it here.
So I pulled it up. It says, 13th Amendment. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
Boom.
That's what Kanye was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yo, we got to get rid of this. He's right.
Yep.
Absolutely, he is.
I do not like the idea. Like our prison system is not making people's lives better.
Nope.
It's just sweeping the problem under the rug and then exploiting people for cheap labor.
And you know who made that worse? Joe Biden did, in multiple different bills that he wrote himself. Now we got Kamala.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. She says.
Kamala.
She says, think of the word comma. COMMA-LA.
All right. So Kamala.
Carmelo.
However the Finns pronounce it. That's what
Yeah.
I want.
So horrible Harris.
Horrible
Yes.
Horrible
We're gonna
Harris.
go with
That's a
it.
good one.
Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
catchy. I like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. Horrible Harris.
It's
Yep.
alliterative.
Let's have that trend, people. It's thank you, the Finns, huh?
Yeah. Right.
You know, I'm actually a part Finnish.
Hey.
So you're welcome.
Take pride, man.
And you just coined it.
You're welcome.
Horrible Harris.
You know,
Wait,
you're
hold
welcome.
on. You know how Trump does like Sleepy Joe and Low
Yeah.
Energy and
Sleepy Joe and
Lil
Horrible Harris.
Lil Marco. Yeah. I'm sorry, but it's Sleepy Creepy Joe.
Yeah, I agree.
Sleepy Creepy Joe and Horrible Harris. Yes. You know the funny thing is, like, you weren't doing that to make fun of her. That's literally what her name translates
I know.
to.
That's my quick wit at work there, Tim.
Well, no, you were just speaking Finnish.
Yeah, there we go.
That's her name in
Well,
Finnish.
no, then it would have been Kamala Harris, and because
You were translating it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were translating Finnish. And Harris, there's no word for it in Finnish. So
Yeah.
I actually did some experiments in the translate where I was like, I wrote Kamala is horrible, and it says Kamala on Kamala in Finnish.
Kamala on Kamala.
I'm like, well, there we go. So she really did this. Now, here's the funny thing. She tried arguing after the fact that it was lawyers in her office, and she had no idea. I was shocked that they did this. Oh, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So she couldn't control people in her own office, and we're supposed to expect her to be able to be the vice president of the United States?
Yeah.
When she can't control the people in her own office doing things that are horrendous, to be light on it.
And to be
Get
honest,
out of here.
Like the worst thing.
I mean, I didn't like her anyway.
And I would say,
Goodness sakes.
in terms of Trump's appointees and the mistakes he's made,
Mm-hmm.
the worst we see with him is he's fired everybody.
That's true.
You know, she had them do their thing. Not that I think Trump made good choices, particularly with Bolton. I mean, he made some mistakes, man. So, you know, I try to be careful, especially looking at, say, you know, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. And if they do something, like Kamala Harris's track record is trash.
Yep.
So I wonder why I don't hear a whole lot about, you know, Mike Pence's track record. You know what I mean? I think it would be fair to bring up, but honestly, nobody's talking about it.
That's true.
Because
Probably because there's nothing there.
Well,
I don't know much about Pence, though, to be honest.
What was he? He was the governor of Indiana?
He was, yeah.
There's criticisms over, like, some of his policies.
Okay.
But it was a long time ago. And so I think it would be fair to be like, okay, you know, we can compare the two. But I think the challenge right now is that conservatives and progressives are unified in their disdain for this woman, Horrible Harris.
Yeah.
And Mike Pence, I got to be honest, is kind of bleh.
Milk toast?
Yeah.
Milk toast. He's not really, but like, you know,
Kinda.
yeah, like, you know, it's really interesting. A lot of VPs, like, now I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to anybody, but Tim Kaine was like, he's like, you know, vanilla yogurt.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, what is that? Mike Pence, I feel similarly. The
Well, I
star
mean,
of the
but
show.
you were talking about Bill Barr the other day about how he just kind of seemed boring.
No, but that's different.
Okay.
Yeah, like Bill Barr, man. You know the way he talks.
Mm-hmm.
You know his retorts, his funny, like his wit.
Okay.
He's cut and dry is a better way to put it.
Okay.
I use boring in a sense where it's like he's not, you know, you laugh when you watch the guy. When he got asked at that hearing, they were like, you know, the priests and the bishops condemned this action, and he goes, was that before or after we put the fire out?
Yeah.
That was like, oh. But what I mean is he didn't like snap and, you know, he didn't say, no, we put out a fire. No, he just had a dry, quick wit. It was great. Tim Kaine was like, what? Like, what is it? No, he was just weird. Like,
Did he ever say
Milquetoast?
anything? I don't remember anything
I
he
don't
said.
know. I don't know any words he's ever said. So, you know, to be fair, like, I think, you know, moving forward, especially as it pertains to weighing the options fairly, I'll be looking into, you know, has Trump hired people? Has Biden hired? As Pence taken action? Because I'll criticize Kamala. I'll criticize everybody. But I got to tell you, man, Kamala Harris is a higher profile individual than Mike Pence's.
Yep.
Mike Pence was governor of Indiana again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
But even in that regard, it's like they try to go after Pence periodically, but he doesn't have that kind of public recognition in the sense where people love talking about him the way they do Kamala Harris.
Okay.
Kamala Harris, can't pronounce her name. And I think it's because of stories like this. Like, you know, tried to keep inmates locked up for cheap labor. And she can give any excuse she wants about, oh no, the people I hired were doing, you know, the people appointed in my office were doing these horrible things. Like, okay, well, the buck stops with you, man.
Well, they were doing horrible things because you're horrible Harris. So it makes sense in my mind.
I'll tell you what, man. We've got, let me see if I can find these. There's a bunch of stories here. I just pulled this one up.
My favorite is
Look at
that
this one.
she. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure we're going to talk about it later about how she was calling out Joe Biden for being.
Oh, I got it.
Uber racist.
I'm
All right,
just
talk
waiting
about
for
it
that
later.
hammer to drop.
Okay. This one here, it says, Kamala, horrible Harris laughed about jailing parents over truancy. It's not funny.
This is from
It's not funny at all.
almost
She did.
a year and a half ago.
It was
Almost-
single parents,
yeah.
not just parents. She was hitting up single parents who their kids didn't go to school. It's like, how does she know what they were going through? Didn't matter. Your kids are truant, so we're coming after you. This is insane. I found out about this today too. This is crazy.
Let's read a little bit. They say, for progressives, there are good reasons to be suspicious of the idea that former prosecutors make good politicians. The U.S. has the highest incarceration rate in the world, and its criminal punishment system disproportionately punishes poor people and people of color. Prosecutors have a leading role in sustaining this injustice, in part because they tend to view prisons as solutions to social problems. I agree with a lot of that sentiment. I think we have a horrible prison system,
Yep.
and I think we need to
Agreed.
fix it. And we have a lot of cultural issues too. I think we need to get to the root of a lot of these, you know, criminal actions and issues, substance abuse, etc. That worldview is fully on display in recently unearthed video footage of Kamala Harris defending her decision to criminally prosecute parents for their children's truancy. In the
crazy.
video, taken at the Commonwealth Club in 2010, when Harris was district attorney of San Francisco. Harris says that because a child is going without an education, it's tantamount to a crime. She decided to treat parents with absentee children as criminals.
With what was the crime that she pinned in on?
Truancy?
How is that on the parents?
She's an authoritarian, despotic individual. So
clearly.
doesn't seem like she needs the law if she's going to, you know, keep people in prison for cheap labor.
That's true.
That was the Tulsi Gabbard thing.
Yep.
For most
Tulsi
of you who've seen
Gabbard
it,
ripped her apart for that.
everybody's saying just keep playing Tulsi Gabbard's video on loop of her just
Ripping her
and
apart.
Dude, I tell you, man, when that moment dropped at the debates, when Tulsi did it, I was like standing and I was clapping. Everybody was cheering and like high-fiving. Yes, conservative and progressive alike were like, yeah, rip her to shreds.
Yep.
Harris cheerfully recounts the story of sending an attorney from her office to intimidate a homeless single mother
Whoa.
whose children were missing school. She smiles as she recalls how she instructed her subordinates to look really mean so the mother would take the threat of jail seriously. In separate footage, Harris mocks those on the left who say things like build schools, not jails, and put more money into education, not prisons, suggesting they are naive sloganers who do not understand crime prevention.
Wow.
Here we see the limits of prosecutorial mindset. Like the old slogan, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When all you have is the ability to bring criminal charges, everything looks like a crime. And there you go, man. We got so much to go through here. Her horrible record is coming back to haunt her. All of these stories have been popping up nonstop, and everybody knew this was going to happen. The choice Joe Biden made, I'm sorry, man. I think my brain snapped as soon as I heard.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that's it. There is a grand conspiracy among the Democrats to secretly get Trump elected.
Yep.
How stupid do they have to be every step of the way?
It's like in sports. They're doing a rebuild year. They're rebuilding.
It's true. You're not wrong.
I know. That's why I said it. Oh, but I got to revel in that for a little bit when you say I'm not wrong.
Well, no, but
take a deep breath.
This is an important thing. People think they know, Harris is out.
Yep.
She got roasted. She's done. Biden is retiring. So they're like, we have to have somebody. They know they're going to lose. They have to have somebody. Well, who can they spare? They don't want to use a young up-and-comer who might become a star.
Yep.
So they go for people who are unpopular or about to retire.
Yep.
Think about this, man. This is so hilarious. It's like they chose a guy on the verge of retirement, essentially coming out of retirement, and they chose someone everybody hates. It was basically them saying, like, here's the bottom of the barrel. You can have that, and we'll focus on 2024.
Jack Murphy, he was a guest on the show like 4 or 5 months ago.
Wow.
He was the first. Was he the first guest?
Yeah, I think
he
so.
Was. Yeah, I think so. So he tweeted out. He goes, if you're going to lose an election to Trump, you're finished. The Democrats know Trump has a good chance of winning this election. Therefore, they will not run any serious candidates in this election. That's why this entire thing is a throwaway race. And he's absolutely right. I was like, yep, that's it. Nailed it. They know they're going to lose. They know Trump's going to win. Landslide.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify. And we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.